Now, where I come from, a bevy is a beer. Peacocks were a delicacy in medieval times.
What?
The birds were plucked and roasted and I thought it was to attract.
That's the blokes, right?
Yes, that's the blokes.
That's the blokes.
I think the girls can do that, can't they? But they just haven't got the colours.
Okay, so the blokes are doing it, and the girls say, "Wow, I love the feathers on that. I'm having a bit of that."
Yeah, basically.
That's a piece of meat. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the way we're looking here, look, the male now. Look, the male's got him up. Look at that, brilliant. Absolutely, there in front of the house. He sits up there.
Kidding?
The
I
male.
can't see that.
Oh, mate, you should have seen it.
Why
He's just
can't I see
opened him up, and he's right there by the house. He sits there, right up the top. You can see it.
Oh, on there. I'm looking at the ground, mate. It's on the edge.
So he sits up there. He never comes down there. The female.
Yeah, I like that. Any females going near him now? He's got those sprayed out.
Well, the female's disappeared from here.
He's after some action. There's no doubt about that.
Put the kid to bed.
Well, you've been educated, and those were your head's gone.
On Talk Sport in partnership with Sky Sports. Watch the ICC Cricket World Cup live only on Sky Sports.
In the trade, sign up to Wix Trade Pro and get 10% off every time you shop with no minimum spend. Download the app to register. Always cheaper with Wix Trade Pro. Terms apply.
Did you see McDonald's have made a South Carolina burger?
Only a matter of time.
They were inspired by our famous Gold barbecue sauce.
Nothing better.
But Beth, we can't try it because it's only available over the pond.
Now what are you talking about, Abe?
Well, like I said, it's not over here.
Well, why on earth did that...
Now don't go getting yourself all upset now.
The South Carolina Stack. 2 beef burgers, smoky cheese, bacon, and a Gold barbecue sauce. The great American taste that's not available in America. Sorry, America. Here until the 11th of June from 10:30am. Subject to availability. Participating restaurants only.
Dan, are you ready yet?
Just need to finish off my hair.
Well, hurry up.
And iron my shirt, pick my shoes and rub on some beard oil.
Usually you have to put in a little extra to look the part. However, with the Fiesta ST Line 3-door, with its unique full-body styling kit and sports-tuned suspension, from just £199 per month on Ford Personal Lease, we've done that little bit extra for you. Search Fiesta 199 for more information.
Shoes and rub on some beard oil to finish off my teeth.
Ford. Together, we go further.
Advance rental of £1,791, 47 monthly rentals of £199 provided by ALD.
You have to put in a little extra to look the part. However, with the Fiesta ST Line 3-door, with its unique full-body styling kit,
I'm home, love! Where are you? I've got a surprise
and
for you.
sports-tuned suspension, from just £199 per month on Ford Personal Lease, we've done that little bit extra for you. Search Fiesta 199 for more information.
You said you always wanted one. Finish off my teeth.
Ford. Together, we go further.
Advance rental of £1,791, 47 monthly rentals of
Should have gone to
£199 provided
for rechargeable hearing aids.
You have to put in a little extra to look the part. However, with the Fiesta ST Line 3-door, with its unique full-body styling kit,
policy, you'll have to pay upfront £850
and
each year in one
suspension.
single payment. How does that sound?
£850?
Yes, Mr. Davis.
In one go?
Yes, Mr. Davis.
Today?
Yes, Mr. Davis.
In one single payment?
Yes, Mr. Davis.
What?
With new Aviva Plus, we won't ask you to pay everything up front.
Darling.
That's incredibly shady.
People get away with everything.
Where the truth...
She knows what you did.
...hides behind the glitz.
You really want to know the truth?
The new series of Riviera. More glamour, more intrigue, more betrayal.
I can take you down at any time, Georgina.
A Sky original, starring Julia Stiles. The brand new series of Riviera. All episodes available now, exclusively on Sky Atlantic.
traffic and travel with checkertrade.com. Find your local Checkertrade tradesperson. Visit checkertrade.com today. Checkertrade!
New series of Riviera. All episodes available now.
Exclusive. Hertfordshire from junction 4 to 6 at Welling after a vehicle was on fire. In Warwickshire, there's delays through the roadworks for the northbound M6 from junction 2 to 3 at Coventry after a breakdown much earlier. The M1 northbound, that's now got a lane blocked in Leicestershire at junctions 23A for the A42 where a van is on fire, causing queues on this bridge. And the M6 is available now in Manchester between the Portwood roundabout and Queensway after a vehicle was broken down, closing off 2 lanes. I'm Hannah Trinder. In Warwickshire, there's delays through the roadworks for the northbound M6 from junction 2 to 3 at Coventry after a breakdown much earlier. The M1 northbound, that's now got a lane blocked in Leicestershire at junctions 23A some yoga. However,
for the A42 where a van is on fire, causing queues on this bridge. And the M6 is available now in Manchester between the Portwood roundabout and Queensway after the vehicle was broken down, closing off 2 lanes. I'm Hannah Trinder. In Warwickshire, there's delays through the roadworks for the northbound M6 from junction 2 to 3 at Coventry after a breakdown much earlier. The M1 northbound, that's now got a lane blocked in Leicestershire at junction 23A. For the A42 where a van is on fire, causing queues on this bridge.
In partnership with Sky Sports. Watch the UEFA Nations League final live only on Sky
closing off
Sports.
2 lanes.
Right, let's take a look ahead to the UEFA Nations League live from Portugal with Sky Sports. It's why we're here, for heaven's sake. Portugal against Switzerland tomorrow evening. It's on Sky Sports Football at 7 p.m. Also on Sky Sports main event at 7 p.m. It is the UEFA Nations League final. Darren's getting underway in the stadium. Great Sky earlier today.
Yeah, we got a stadium. Actually, one thing I was surprised about it is on 2 levels, isn't it? And when you go up to the top of the view there, all you can see is the road all the way around you.
That's why we're here, for heaven's sake. Portugal against Switzerland tomorrow evening. On Sky Sports
You see the road all the way around. It's like a skeleton.
it is the UEFA Nations League final. Darren's getting underway in the stadium. Great Sky earlier
One thing I was surprised about is on 2 levels here with the noise. The way it's been built. When you go up forward to the top of the view there,
Drive comes live from the stadium, and we're sticking around watching the game afterwards as well, of course. But just looking at the 2 sides, and actually, when you think about Portugal, Euro winners 3 years ago, on home soil as well, they should follow it up. That's what we're expecting. And they've got 2 players that we know all about in Bernardo Silva and Cristiano Ronaldo that say to me they've got to make the final at the very least. They should win tomorrow night, shouldn't they?
Well, they should do, and it's amazing because of that success they've had, and a lot of their players now are coming into the Premier League, not just Ronaldo, there's a few of them, and Wolves tend to be taking a few of them. There's a few on them on show tomorrow night, and I'm looking forward to it, and they're a very strong side. Actually, looking through it all, and you look at the Netherlands as well, though, Aid. I think they're a strong team, but Portugal definitely on home soil. You were back. They will be backing themselves to win this tournament.
I would say it's only defensively where they have a problem. Rui Patricio is one of those Wolves players, the goalie. Ruben Neves, João Moutinho, Diogo Jota. Moutinho came on in the European Championship final 3 years ago when Portugal won it. I do fancy them. You're just looking forward to seeing Ronaldo, aren't you? I know.
I am.
I know.
Well, I am. And Ollie, obviously, the guy who's here is supposed to speak Portuguese, but I've not heard him speak it yet since we've been here. He's looking forward. He said he's never seen Ronaldo live. What? I mean, I've been lucky enough to see him live on a few occasions. He said never seen Ronaldo live. So he was really excited. He said, I'd be so disappointed if he didn't play. But I think you're right. I think defensively, you look at some of their players they've got. I mean, Pepe must be getting on now. It's Pepe now. He must be getting on.
That's what I mean defensively. I think
Semedo from Barcelona, obviously one to watch out will be their strength. And Font, obviously, he plays at Lille now. So it'll be interesting to see how they line up defensively, and definitely the teams like the Netherlands and England. I'm not saying so much Switzerland. Will definitely trouble Portugal's defence.
Yeah, I mean, Switzerland, they've got to get some serious spirit going in their squad. When you look at Shaqiri and Xhaka and you're wondering who else is going to do anything special for them, fair play to them for getting it. But you know what? We might just be underestimating them. They might just hit form at the right time.
I think the one thing that favours Switzerland is a lot of their players play for Mönchengladbach, don't they? I think there were about 6 or 7 players who are all at Mönchengladbach So they might have that togetherness. It'll be interesting to see.
Yep, it will. It's going to be great. Really looking forward to it tomorrow night. No doubt about that. That was our preview from Portugal. All thanks to Sky Sports. You can watch the UEFA Nations League finals live only on Sky Sports, including Netherlands against England this Thursday.
Preview from Portugal on Drive in partnership with Sky Sports. Watch the UEFA Nations League finals live only on Sky Sports.
Burning sun in Porto right now. We'll be going to be heading down to sea level, down to the ground floor.
For the sundowner.
Absolutely. We shall be relaxing, I would think, with the England fans. Let's take a quick call. I had my little rant about Spurs earlier. Matt's a Spurs fan, wants to take issue with it, of course. Matt, you're on TalkSport. What do you want to say?
Hello, guys. Basically going back to those 10 points that you was pointing out. Most of them you're correct with, but I've got to make this point very clear to you guys. Where you say Tottenham needs ambition, or what has to have ambition, it's not about Tottenham. It's about Daniel Levy. Yeah, it's not about Tottenham. Tottenham's there to be moved on to the next level. These people have got no ambition. Now, I heard Goffey earlier on saying about how the Coutinho money was put back in and they bought their players. Well, let me remind you, where's the Bale money gone? Where's the Bale money gone? This guy and another
on Soldado and other players, wasn't it?
Yeah, they did waste it. You did spend that money, but they just bought you had the wrong guys buying the wrong players. I think that was the problem then, wasn't it?
Yeah, who writes the checkbooks, mate? At the end of the day, you know it's Daniel Levy. He's messed up. He's messed up untold times. Now, as for Poch, where you lot are moaning about, saying about how Poch ain't got a clue, or he ain't a good manager, or whatever.
I haven't, mate. I've supported Poch.
But I tell you, with you, but with Adrian, I could tell you now, Pochettino's the best thing that's happened to us since Keith Birkinshaw. And this guy was crying. What do you think the guy was crying for in the semi-final? He was crying because of the fact that he came to attack. He was crying because of the pressure that Daniel Levy's putting him under. That guy could just walk away tomorrow, and he needs to walk away. I'll tell you why he needs to walk away. Because of all them Tottenham fans that actually believe, that Daniel Levy, because they all come down to the stadium and take pictures, and what a stadium we got. Mate, that stadium don't bring you nothing. It don't bring you trophies. And if you're telling me about revenue, all right, I can understand the revenue. But it's only good if you're going to put it back in. And if you're going to put it back in, you put it back in the right way. Not turn around and bring me players like Sissoko and Janssen and Lamela and Soldado and Chiriches and Fazio. How many do you want? I can really little. And as for Ericsson, who can't even beat the first man on the free kick or a corner, and I need my right back to take free kicks on corners. Seriously, mate, it's one after the other. Daniel Levy is the problem. He's the problem.
I'm hearing you, and it's a great call. Passionate. That's what I love about this station, the passion that the fans have got. And he stayed reasonable through it. There was no need to break into any kind of bad
as he
language.
went on, though.
But he still held his nerve, and he stayed calm enough to make sense whether you agree with him or not. And to be fair to me, in the middle of the 10-point rant, I did say the owner and Daniel Levy and Poch and the players and the fans, the lot of them, the whole culture of the football club has to change, and I'm sure that Matt and others would back me up on that. Right now, let's check on the odds with Paddy Power.
Paddy's Punts on TalkSport with Paddy Power. Throw-ins, corners and yellow cards. Previously very boring. Now almost too exciting. Thanks to same-game multi-bets from Paddy Power. Available in UK and top European leagues. Terms and conditions apply. 18+ BeGambleAware.org.
From Paddy Power, talk to me about James Maddison to Manchester United this summer. Do we think that's going to happen?
We do, yes. Even money, that's where we start the season. They're the clear favourites to sign him. A lot of teams interested. Man City have said to be in from there, 25-1. We think he's going to United.
What about Jo Konta? She's through to the French Open semi-finals. What is that all about? Can she win it?
Amazing, yes. She should be the favourite for the semi. She should be 1-3 at least to win the semi-final. And she's second favourite to win the thing overall at 10-3. She is behind Simona Halep, of course, who's 5-2. But she's got a shot.
Yep, it's crazy. What about who's going to pick up tonight's bar bill, me or Darren?
Yeah, this is very tight. Traders scratching their heads all day over this one. They've gone 11-10 for you, Aid, even to Goffey, 1-3 you split it.
I'm pretty sure it won't be either of us, to be honest. I haven't paid for a thing since I've been out here. Lee, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for checking on the odds with Paddy Power.
Paddy's Punts on TalkSport with Paddy Power. Throw-ins, corners and yellow cards. Previously very boring. Now almost too exciting. Thanks to same-game multi-bets from Paddy Power. Available in UK and top European leagues. Terms and conditions apply. 18 plus BeGambleAware.org.
It is time, Darren, to say goodbye to Taylor's Port Wine Lodge. We've done a couple of shows from here. It's been absolutely magnificent. But we're in the stadium for Drive tomorrow from 4.
Looking forward to it. Been a fantastic 2 days, a wonderful setting. I'm going to miss the cockerel.